Hi, I'm Mike Bellevue. I write for Guns of the Old West magazine and for Combat Handguns magazine. And today we're going to be out here shooting a classic. This is Webley's Mark VI Revolver. Now, this was originally made in .455 Webley caliber, though this one and a lot of them that came into the United States after World War I were cut down to take .45 ACP and moon clips. So let's put this thing through its paces, see what it'll do. The Webley Mark VI is one of my favorite revolvers. This is just a fun gun to shoot, and it is a great gun, great battle gun. It was developed in 1916 for the British Army. This was the last of the big .45 Webleys. It's a break top, and this one has been cut for .45 ACP in moon clips or auto rim. Now, the way you can tell that, I mean, just by looking at it, you can see that it has a pretty big cylinder gap here. But I don't know if we can get close enough. We're going to try. You can see the bottom of the serial number on the cylinder is cut off. If you can read those numbers completely, I mean, if you can see the bottoms of the numbers, you probably have an unaltered Mark VI that'll shoot .455 Webley. If the numbers are cut off like that, then you probably have one for .45 ACP. Now, the way it operates is pretty simple. It's got this big thumb latch here, which opens it up. Take a round on moon clips, drop it in, and you're ready to go. As you can see, it is ready to fire. Here's a little bit better view of the serial numbers cut off at the bottom, like I was telling you, to accommodate the .45 ACP. So if your gun looks like this, it's probably .45 ACP. If you can read all the numbers, it's probably .455 Webley. Well, we got Evil Roy, 15 yards down range, just cringing, hoping he doesn't get hit in the nads today. And we've got my Webley Mark VI loaded with my .45 ACP revolver loads, all ready to go. So let's see how we do. Now that's not bad, and this gun absolutely is fun to shoot. One of the beauties of this is the way it ejects cartridges. So you just push down this spur, bang, and the whole thing comes out. And that is just very handy. I don't shoot factory .45 ACP in the Webley, and I don't for two reasons. Reason number one is the bore is bigger than a .45 ACP bore. So .452 bullets, particularly jacketed bullets, only give mediocre accuracy. I mean, they can shoot okay, but only at short ranges. But the second reason is much more important. The .455 Webley round has a much lower pressure signature than the .45 Colt. So Webley revolvers are only built to handle about 19,000 pounds per square inch of pressure, and the .45 Colt develops considerably, I mean the .45 ACP develops considerably more than that. So I load ammo specifically for the Webley. So this is a correction. Make that about 11,000 to 13,000 pounds per square inch of pressure is all that the Webley can handle, as opposed to about 21,000 pounds per square inch for the .45 ACP. Into these full moon clips right here, and I'll show you how that's done because it's a pretty simple operation. Now you're probably going to notice things are getting a little bit wet here, and that's because we have been having a month now of just miserable weather. And not really big storms for the most part. Every now and then one comes through. But we're getting a persistent breeze off of the ocean that's just stacking the clouds up on the mountains right behind my house. And it is always just gray and miserable and overcast and a little bit drizzly and damp. So I've done as much as I can indoors. You know, we did some disassembly and cleaning videos, but just like people who live in Seattle, Washington, or Portland, Oregon, I've come to the realization that unless I never want to go outside again, I'm just going to have to get wet while I'm doing things. So when it comes down hard, I cover the gear up and head for the truck. But if it's just drizzling like it is now, well, we're going to be shooting. So let's see what this Webley will do. The only factory ammo that I do shoot in the Webley are Black Hills 45 auto rim rounds. And that's because they seem to load these pretty much the same way I load my auto rim and 45 ACP for the Webley. So they shoot to exactly the same point of aim as my own loads, and they're very accurate. But other than that, it's strictly light hand loads, and these are fairly light powered too. The Webley is really a fun gun to shoot one-handed. So let's see how I do at 15 yards against Evil Roy, just using one paw. Not too bad. I first saw the Webley Mk VI in the movie Zulu when I was a kid, and I was really intrigued by it. Now, what I didn't realize is that having a Webley Mk VI in the Zulu uprising of 1876 is exactly as wrong historically as having a Colt 1911 45 auto in a movie about the Little Bighorn. But still, it was pretty cool, and I was hooked, though. It was about 20 years before I found one for my own. Well, we've got some 2-liter bottles set out there, and let's see if we can make them fly with the big Webley here before the rain gets to be too much. I got to pack up again. Well, we got them both, but that's not exactly the way we wanted to do it. Well, let's try that again, and then I got to get the cameras under cover because it's starting to come down. Well, that's just the kind of day it is, huh? Okay, well, things have not exactly been going our way. It started to pour, and it rained for the next 2 days. Now, we've got a little break in the action right now, and it's supposed to rain again this afternoon, but it's not raining now, and we're going to make hay while the sun's shining. During the rain the other day, we ruined one of the cameras. It just got rained on, and we got a problem with the electronics, so we won't have any close-up views to finish this off, but hopefully we'll still have some fun. So we've got the 2 liters set up, 15 yards downrange. We got the Webley Mk VI. So let's see if we can make some water fly. Well, that's more the way it's supposed to happen. I know what you're thinking. Those 2-liter bottles, too easy. So let's get some 1 liters out there and see if the Webley will knock them down. And I guess it does. Well, looks like we've lost the sun again. What else is new? We did pretty good on the bottles, you know. Let's give the big old Webley a try on the clay bird rack. Now that's what I'm talking about. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera without the close-up shot, so I'm going to bring these down to you. We shot 5 clay birds, 2 of them completely shattered, 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, took the centers right out of them. That Webley will shoot. Let's finish up with the bad guy's view of the Webley Mk VI.